Right, felt like playing a little bit of Teklovossen since we have been discussing Evos recently, right? So, trying to get Singularity to work in a sort of scrap deck. Ah, damn. FaB was I thought, a decent matchup. But yeah, so the main goal is to use Scrap Compactor combined with our -1. We won't go first. With our -1 to Evo cost to sort of mimic Teklovossen, but at a much better cost basis, right? Get all the Evos on board, set up Steel Soul, and then go for a wombo combo with Singularity. And our start is not half bad. But we don't have anything in the graveyard for Scrap Compactor. But we can equip. The Steel Soul head is better than the action point for us. So we'll do that. And I'm actually going to pitch the Liquid Cool Mayhem, even though it's over cost basis. Right, and then chuck Scrap Compactor in the arsenal. That way we can block with, well, any of these to get them into our graveyard. So we can block with those two. Technically, I just want to dump all the armor pieces, maybe keep one to play with and / pitch. I need one blue to pitch into blue, otherwise I need one red to pitch into the Sentry base, which I'd rather establish Sentry first, I think. We'll do that. I'll keep Lead the Charge to play off of the Scrap Compactor, and we'll just use the Steel Soul Gauntlets to block. But then this does hinge on us drawing into Scrap Compactor, since we're ditching two of our... Well, we're ditching both of our Steel Soul, right? Because we only have two. What's the next? Okay. In that case, I am probably just going to set up the Gauntlets. Right? And just take it slow. Yeah. We have the Headpiece and Captain's Call, so that's another matchup. So I can just get rid of the two Lead the Charges. Then we can also just block slight damage with that. Curious what they've got going on. But I suppose we're just doing Scrap Compactor to get into our Banish Zone. At the very least. But then we'll play the Memory at the instant speed. Oh. You may play your next Evo this turn as over instant. I don't know why it flagged me as potential to play it. Can you play Banished as instant? No. I shouldn't be able to do that, right? We won't do it, because I'm pretty sure we shouldn't be able to do that. So I assume they're looking for something specific for their setup. Okay, we can banish the other Steel Soul and give them +1 this turn, which I think is what we want to do. So banish, and we'll grab the block just in case. We draw into another Captain's Call, but blue is fine as well. In terms of block, there's 4. Or are they some form of, like, equipment destruction? That would be bad. So we can use Lead the Charge to gain action points. Right, so I could re-equip the head. That doesn't really do much for me. Do we have... No, we don't have anything graveyard for the Scrap Compactor. But I think we play the Lead the Charge. Yeah. Whip the legs. Might as well ditch the Scrap Compactor at this point. Very curious what their setup is. Because they're not even creating Seismic Surge tokens. So we're just missing the chest. And, well, Singularity. Captain's Call at this point is better than... Its block is better than... what was the other one? Captain's Call? No, Captain's Call was better than Scrap Compactor. Right, because we're close to playing Singularity. We could even go for Singularity without the Steel Soul. We get the attacks back, but we haven't actually spent any big attacks. So, it's not super impactful. I mean, we're just going to mitigate damage. One of these times they're just going to do something else. And I'm going to be overconfident, aren't I? Apparently not. We also have mechanical strength, which is good. So we can lead the charge. 1, 3. I'd have to pitch Singularity, which I don't want to do. I really don't want to stick in the arsenal because I just don't trust them. Do I just go for the damage instead? We're still being so slow. 26 cards. I don't want to try and get back to it. I mean, our main goal is to get this off, so, you know, that's what we're going to do. Whatever they're doing is slow or needs a ton of setup, so... that was weird. Apparently don't right-click. It's the same as going backwards. Okay, so we can block with these one more time. I feel like there's a -1 counter. No? What are they doing? I have absolutely no idea. Scrap Compactor doesn't work. We're just playing War Machine at this point. What we want is more Evos so I can block with them from hand and then use Scrap Compactor. Does anyone know what they're trying to do with Yoji? They need less health than us? I think they need less health than us. Or they're just an entirely defensive deck and they're just trying to fatigue us out. That's interesting. They're just a heavy fatigue deck? That kind of just plays in our favor. I mean, we're just gonna cycle. I'd very much like the Steel Soul before we play them. Plus, I need blues in hands anyway for Singularity. There's the legs. And we can play the legs off of Scrap Compactor and War Machine. They must just be a heavy fatigue deck. Be interesting to see then if Teklovossen can overcome that. I mean, we're both slowish, but they're definitely significantly slower. I should have pitched Singularity. Right, the dots should have connected sooner. They're this heavy fatigue deck. I think they're also starting to realize it might not necessarily work. Because we ourselves are a very stally deck. Not as functional as them. We're one piece away. I'm going to ditch the lead the charge. And put Singularity into the arsenal. I don't think they have Command and Conquer. I'll be very disappointed. War Machine is more impactful. There's the 2 blues, so we can go into Singularity. We don't have the resources for the first turn, but that's fine. I think that's all we're doing. Although I want the action point so I can actually swing straight away. Do we just take the 4? If I'm playing the Sentry, I can block a little. Come on, just give me the last Steel Soul. So both copies are at the bottom, which sucks. I'm kind of overblocking. We do get the intellect. Is it just time? I get the action points. I can play Scrap Compactor. I can just shoot. Right? I can't actually play my ability because I don't have the resources from the chest. But I don't want to get rid of Liquid Core Mayhem. I think we're just playing Scrap Compactor, and we're just fishing for a better card. We also do want more cards for the arm to hit. There's the chest. So we're all set up. And technically I can go into it. I think we just go for it. So mechanical strength is better. We gain 3. We have steel soul to pitch into it. Fabricate's sort of dead. I could banish the legs. Gain some block. And draw. Although actually I should probably put it under so we have more resources. So the question is just, can we push enough damage once we go into Teklovossen to get this to work? Do I equip the legs? Right, we're 1 resource short. Gain action points. You know what, I'm going to play a Terminator tank, I think. That way we have 2 cards to hit with Steel Soul. Yeah, they're just heavy mitigation. Okay, we have 2 blues. Our attacks are so-so. Alright, this is going to be interesting. See if we can overcome them. With the card discard, it is quite good. But it's time. Okay. So we have 6 resources. Banish 2 cards from your soul to attack, and they get discard 1. I'm going to... I want Terminator tank first. Liquid Core Mayhem is our big win ticket, right? Because it's free. So I need to save my ability for that, so that we can pitch, attack, pitch, attack. Prevent 4. Why? Oh, I was going to say, I don't have any instant effects. We have to banish 2 cards, and... Oh, I do need to push the damage. So I need to spend the resources. I suppose also keeping the fabricates to re-equip some stuff would have been decent here. We can start pushing a little bit. 1 damage, that's fantastic. Plus Scrap Compactor. Yeah, okay, so this is going to be interesting, see if we can overcome them. But hey, we got Teklovossen off. Liquid Core, Scrap Compactor, War Machine, Blues. It's looking decent. This does not have go again, does it? That's the only issue. Which is what I hated about it. Because it's like, use it at the end, and that doesn't make sense. Next action, attack action card you play with 0, gains go again. That's also kind of meh. Yeah, I don't think we can win this. Just because there's nothing for us to really do because we don't have the action points now. I have no... Well, I got rid of Captain's Call. I was just thinking, yeah, Captain's Call was dumb not to buff, because I have Go again. That's the bad part, right? Because it's been so long since I've gone Singularity off. Or played. But yeah, look at that. I just don't know how to win this. What just happened? How did I banish me? That was weird. Yeah, and I have nothing to pitch. Again, because we don't have... Like, this seems like you want to use it first to set up. And now we just have 3 intellect as well. I mean, I guess we just punch him every time until our soul's depleted. And that way we're cycling cards. How do we break this? We defend with ramparts, may pay 1. Okay, you can't break it. I mean, we're getting a little bit of damage through. But yeah, see, what do we do? That's the issue. There's very little to do. It really just seems like this should be once per turn, but go again. So you can use it to start off whatever sequence you're trying to make. Because in a normal matchup, like, you're just not surviving. Sorry, I honestly, I don't know what to say. It's just, it's going to be this loop for a while. I don't quite understand their win condition either. I guess just Titan's Fist. Once we're out of cards. This is a very weird game. Yeah, all we can do is attack and wait, and then try to go for a big sequence. I mean, at least a little bit of damage is getting through, I guess. We're almost at... Are we at the point where Teklovossen is not enough block? Yeah. Defending hero can't defend with attack action cards cost less, but the majority of their block is not. Is it not? I mean, we're both going to start taking damage now, because I want to conserve my cards. Almost out. We've got 2 more attacks. It's thin them out a little, but I'm pretty sure they can shut down whatever we do. I mean, the discard card's nice. Well, I'm not going to block with any cards from hand, because we can't afford to lose any. Well, I mean, if we draw into dead cards, like any armor pieces or anything like that. Yeah, I gotta say, this is probably the weirdest game. I don't know. Oh, you can keep up attacking. This is the weirdest game I've played. Yeah, now we're starting to actually take proper damage. These are the last two cards. Problem is, I need blue pitchables for everything else. That's a full block, and we're going to take 4. Okay, but there's a blue. We might as well ditch the yellow. So scrap compactor first. Why are they all Teklovossen? All the cards discarded. Terminate tank. See, in this matchup, I need more ways to obviously recycle cards. There's no benefit to that in other matchups, right? Because the whole idea is you go into Teklovossen, and then your first turn with all Steel Soul, you can swing twice, because you have the action points. Then the second turn, you can swing, you can play all your effects, then swing, right? And that's still a lot of damage. Yeah, I don't think we have enough damage to get this done. Especially because I really don't want to block. Well, I say that and then we get pieces. Like, I mean, we've cut down their deck a ton. So this is definitely going to be close. But just enough damage isn't getting through. I'm very curious to look at the statistics. I mean, Steel Strength Forces, all we can do. We're just playing Compactor into Mechanical Strength. Which I'm sure they'll be able to shut down, though. So this does 7. Oh, that was the wrong way. Sorry, undo. Yeah, Oasis Respite. I mean, I probably count their defense. But I'm just curious how much damage we've pressured and how much they have absorbed. Okay, artillery. And in this type, oh yeah, Thunderquake. Mechanical Strength is probably the better thing to play. It's whether or not they have enough defense left. And it's only doing 7 though, that's the issue. How many block? I can't sacrifice both of them. I can only block with one. Otherwise we won't be able to continue attacking. I had another Liquid Call Mayhem that I shouldn't have got rid of. Yeah. I'm thinking about it. Shield Wall. And then block for 5. No, 9. Oh, right, because it's 4 and 5. Yeah, I think they've got us. Even if they just kept swinging with Titan's Hammer, there's really nothing for us to do. I can't do 8 damage. I mean, the last attack is Liquid Call Mayhem, so... I mean, Captain's Call into it, I suppose. Then we have no way of blocking. Yeah, hands down, this turned into the weirdest game I've played so far. Yeah, that's all we've got. We have another Thunderquake. No, Macho Grande will definitely do it. Show them what I've got. Alright, because it's got Dominate. Ooh! Finally over. Alright, yeah. 132 damage is what we pressured. Wow, that's crazy, right? But they just stalled us out. I should have picked up on what they were doing, being just a complete fatigue deck, right? And I should have been more conservative. Oh well, what can you do? It's a decent split, right? 11 mins to 14 mins too. Anyway, hope you enjoyed. Weird game.